Let's have a look. Open chat. Beautiful. Let's see. A little bit of another different setup today, guys. Hopefully everything's running smoothly. Let's see. Looking to see. I think we're live on the old TikTok. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Guys, let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Somebody's joined on the channel as well. Drop me a little message. Let me know if you can hear me. Should be all good. Ariane says yes now. Amir in there with the lightning bolt already. Come on, Tutu GCSE maths emoji or my GCSE maths emoji. Good to have you on. Good to have you on. Guys, I'm standing up again today, so I'm going to be wiggling around a little bit. Emma Kelly says hello. Hello, Emma. Good to have you on. I think you're the first person over on the channel. Guys, we're going to be starting at 5 past. Plan today is going to be to do the Edexcel November 2019 Foundation Tier Paper 1. Edexcel November 2019 Foundation Paper 1. I'm going to put a quick little thing on the board to say. Let me swap to my nice blue color. We're going to say it's starting at, what time should we start at, guys? Let's say 5 past. I'm not going to give people too long to join today. Now that we're getting closer to exams, I'm going to start upping the pace as well. Hey, nice to see a few people over on the channel. Who've we got on? We have got Emma Kelly, SO26. We have Jay Hanel says, do you do higher papers? Yep, on a Thursday. Tala here. Hello, Tala. Good to have you. Son of Beauty says, hey. Guillaume says, hi. MQ says, hello. Tala says, hey. Mo says, yo. Come on. Great. This is good to see. The channel is building. Sona says it's Sona in the building. Come on. Good to have you on. Guys, hopefully there's going to be less lag. Let's see today on the YouTube stream. There wasn't actually any lag. What I meant to say there was delay between you guys putting comments in and me seeing them. Sometimes there's like a 30-second delay. I need to make sure next time around that I change the settings to minimize something called the latency, which means I can see everything nice and quick. Going to be focusing more on the channel chat today. So if you're currently watching on the TikTok, welcome. Good to have you on. Consider coming over to the channel to watch. We're live on the channel and on TikTok at the same time. Let's see what's popping over on the TikTok though. Amir says I can hear. A couple of people saying, what did you get for your GCSEs? A lot of people thinking, a lot of people asking that. So in my GCSEs, I got 11 A stars and then A levels was 3 A stars. And that included maths and further maths. H says, I'm so cucked. Not today. We've got time yet to go. We've got time to make at least 2 grades progress. Progress. Ariane says, yeah, Carlo, come on. Good to see a few of the regulars over on the TikTok as well. Very, very nice. Very nice. Mohammed says, what did you do for A-level? For A-level, I did maths, econ, and maths, econ, and further maths. Hey, welcome. Good to have you on. Hey, this is wicked, guys. Elmer says, guys, it says it's higher on Thursdays. Yeah, you're right. Tobbs says, how many papers do you go through on live? So this year, guys, I'm going to be doing lives Tuesday and Thursday. At the moment, everything's being done on the TikTok and also on the YouTube channel. Soon, I'm going to be moving some of them over to the website. So I'm definitely going to keep doing at least 1 live session a week on the social medias. And then pretty soon, I'm going to be switching over to the website for a couple of other live sessions. But an announcement on that's going to come. Dodd says, thanks for helping me go from a 4 to a 7. Hey, you're very welcome. Guys, I can see that it's 5 past. Let's get cracking. Moving on. For anybody who's new here, welcome to the community. I'm live Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 till 7. Soon to be adding some more lives. And what we basically do is we go through past exam questions. At the moment, I'm doing foundation on a Tuesday, 6 till 7. Higher on a Thursday, 6 till 7. Soon we're going to be adding some more days, some more times. There's going to be a nice announcement on that to come. Let's see. Guys, question number 1 on the screen. It says, write down the value of the number 7 in the number 1000. It's going to give it away if I read it. 1074. Guys, drop your answer in the chat for me. Says the answer is 70. Ayamide says 70. Erin says 70. Yep, a lot of people coming in there with a 70. Let's go. Guys, if you got 70, nicely done. The best way to do this is actually to read it out loud. The best way to do this is to read it out loud. We have 1,074. You can also label the columns. So you have your units, your tens, your hundreds, your thousands, the sevens in the tens column. So that's why we have 70. Another way to do this, guys, is to just get rid of the numbers before the 7 and turn all of the numbers after the 7 into zeros. That would be another way of getting 70 if you were confused for that one. Guys, nice work if you got that one. Question number 2 now. We're going to be keeping the pace pretty high today. Let's have a look. Nicely done, Enid. Superb work. Question number 2. Write 4.58 correct to 1 decimal place. We have Mamor Gomesh saying 4.6, Rose 4.6, Ellie 4.6, Erica Lopez 4.6. Guys, if you said 4.6, well done. You are correct. The answer to question 2 is, in fact, 4.6. Why is it 4.6? Well, when we round to 1 decimal place, it means we need 1 digit after the decimal point in our final answer. What we do is we look at the second decimal place. If this is 5 or above, we round up. 4 or below, we round down. Because this is, in fact, 5 or above, we're going to round up. We're going to turn that 5 into a 6. Guys, well done if you got that one. Question 3 up next. Let's see what we can do. People dropping it in the chat already over on the TikTok. We have Rubez saying 3170 and needs 3,170. Impriv, Atomizer. A lot of you guys saying 3,170. If you got that one, superb job. It is actually 3,170. Well done, Aned, over on the channel there as well. How do we do this one, guys? We're going to be moving the decimal point 2 places. Moving it 1 decimal place gives us 317. Moving it 1 more decimal place adds a 0 1 to the end, giving us 3,170 as our answer. So we effectively times by 10 twice. That's going to be the same as timesing by 100, giving us 3,170 as our answer. Guys, question number 4 on the screen now. It says, write the fraction 28 over 70 in its simplest form. Let's have a look. Somi says 2 over 5. Couple of people. The mask says, can we move on to the 64th Putnam 2003 paper? No idea what you're talking about over there. Guys, if you said 2 over 5 for this one, let's have a look. Are we correct? How do we simplify a fraction, guys? How do we simplify a fraction? What we're going to do is we're going to divide the top and bottom by the same number until we don't have any more common factors. So because these are both even numbers, we can start off by dividing top and bottom both by 2. We divide 28 by 2, we get 14. We divide 70 by 2, we're going to get 35. Next up, we can see that these have a common factor of 7, so we can actually divide top and bottom by 7. 14 divided by 7 is going to be 2. 35 divided by 7 is going to be 5. This, guys, gives us 2 over 5 as our final answer to this one. If you got that, superb work. Nicely done. Finally, guys, question number 5, last one on this first page, our last one marker. Let's have a look. This one says, write 15% as a decimal. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? To go from a percentage to a decimal, guys, to go from a percentage to a decimal, what we need to do is we need to divide our number by 100. So we're going to do 15 divided by 100. This is going to give us 0.15. Just like in that previous one or a couple of questions ago, we move the decimal point 2 places. The decimal point starts off here. We move it 1. Oh, that's not what was meant to happen. We move it 1, 2 places. So 1, 2 places to get 0.15 as our answer, guys. Hopefully that one went well for you. First page down onto slightly longer questions. I mean, these are actually still 1 markers. Let's have a look. I've not been looking at the chat for a couple of moments, so I'm going to get caught up now, guys. Let's have a quick look over on the channel. I want to find a way. Okay, that is looking good. I want to find a way to make sure there's no lag. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. To anybody who is currently watching over on the TikTok, feel free to join on the YouTube if you want to watch it a little bit bigger. You can see over there, the chat also is popping off over there as well. Quite a few people dropping answers For question number 6, let's have a look at this one. The question says, the pictogram shows information about the number of pictures sold in an art shop in each of January, February, and March. We're asked to write down the number of pictures sold in January. We can see that we have squares in our pictograph, and we're given this key over here that 1 square represents 8 pictures. 1 square represents 8 pictures. What this means is that to work out the number sold in January, we're going to do 8 times by the number of squares. There's 3 squares, each one is 8, so we're going to do 8 times by 3, and this, guys, is going to give us 24. If you got 24 for that one, amazing job. Good job, Slushy. Good job, Somi. Good job, Enid. Superb work, guys. Superb work. Nicely done. Okay, next up, it says 12 pictures were sold in April. Show this information on the pictogram. So this time they don't give us the diagram. They don't give us the drawing. But they do still give us the key, obviously. It was there before, so it's still there now. How are we going to represent 8 pictures? Sorry, 12 pictures. Well, we know that 1 full square is going to represent 8. So that's going to give us 8. And then how many more do we need? Well, to get from 8 to 12, we need 4 more. What is 4 compared to 8? Well, 4 is a half of 8. So to add on that 4 blocks, or that 4 pictures, we're going to need a half of one of these squares. So that half a square represents 4. So you don't actually write the numbers in there, guys. You just draw the shapes in. But basically, that first full square represents 8. The half square represents 4, giving a total of 12. Finally, guys. Hey, nicely done. The chat was doing well for that one. Says lots of people saying 1 box and a half. 1 box and a half. Yeah, nicely done. Good work, guys. Nicely done, Amir. Nicely done, Impriv. Nicely done, Brad. Yeah, you guys are rocking it today. You guys are rocking it. Okay. Part C then. Part C. It says, what was the total number of pictures sold in the 4 months? Guys, we're going to have to work out the total for Jan, Feb, March, and April and add them together. We already know that January was 24. We also know that April was 12. How many was March? Well, March is going to be 8 plus 8 plus 4, which is going to be 20. And February is going to be 8 plus 8 plus 8, which is 24, plus 4, which is 28. Now what we can do, guys, is we can add these numbers together. Let's use the column method. We're going to do 24 plus 28 plus 20 plus 12, adding those numbers together. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So we write in the 4 and carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8, giving us 84, guys, as our answer. Chat's popping off. Good job, guys. Good job. Ellie, good work. Mamo Ganesh, good. I don't know why that sounds so funny. Good work. Jay, good work. Brad, good work. JM, good work. You guys doing bits today. You guys doing bits. Great to see. Great to see. Okay, let's have a look then. Cue number 7. Cue number 7. This one is definitely going to trip a few people up. Definitely going to trip a few people up. Let's see what's popping. Question number 7. Work out the difference in minutes between 1 hour and 25 minutes and 1 1/4 hours. Thank you very much for the compliment, Scap, but you don't have to say that again. Okay, TMK says 10 mins in there first. Let's see anybody else. 200 of us almost on the TikTok at the moment. Beautiful. Nice to see a few more people tuning in after a long rest on these live streams. Beautiful. Lots of people dropping 10 minutes in. Just going to give you guys another 15 seconds and then I'm going to go through it. 15 seconds and then I'm going to go through it. Hey guys, did anyone see McElroy the other day? Did anybody see McElroy the other day? Wow. Wow. Okay, question 7. Let's get going, guys. Let's get going. Work out the difference in minutes between 1 hour and 25 minutes and 1 1/4 hours, guys. Best way to do this is going to be to convert both of these into minutes. To convert both of these into minutes, how are we going to do it? Well, 1 hour and 25 minutes. How many minutes are in 1 hour? It's 60. So 1 hour and 25 minutes is going to be 60 plus 25, which is going to give us 85 minutes. Now, what about 1 1/4 hours? This 1 hour is again going to be 60 minutes plus. How many minutes are in a quarter of an hour? How many minutes are in a quarter of an hour? Guys, a quarter of an hour is going to be 15 minutes. We can now add these together. 60 plus 15 is going to be 75. And finally, to work out the difference in minutes, we're going to do that subtraction. We're going to do 85, subtract 75. That, guys, is going to give us 10. If you got that one, superb work. I would say the trickiest question yet. Guys, 5 seconds to screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're moving on to question number 8. For anybody who's new, we've currently got 30 of us on the YouTube and we have 220 of us on the TikTok. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the gang. Guys, I'm live every Tuesday, every Thursday, 6 till 7. The daily posts have started again. Hopefully you guys are enjoying them. We've been out the game for a long time, but we're here, ready to come in clutch ahead of exams, which are now, GCSE Maths, I think, is now 29 days away, 30 days away. So yeah, we're coming in the nick of time. We're coming in the nick of time. To anybody wondering if they have enough time to make the progress, you can definitely make at least 2 full grades progress between now and paper 1. Let me say that again. You can make at least 2 full grades progress between now and paper 1. Is that easy? No. Can it be done? Definitely, definitely. If you're working at a 6 and you want an 8, you can do that. Past papers are going to be king. Okay, let's have a look. Question number 8. What's going on with this one? The question says that pressure has 5 blocks of wood. The total weight of all 5 blocks of wood is 3 kilograms. We're told that 4 of the blocks of wood each have a weight of 650 grams, so 650 grams each, that is. We're asked to work out the weight in grams of the other block of wood. We're asked to work out the weight in grams of the other block of wood. How are we going to do it? Well, the first thing we see is that the total weight of our 5 blocks of wood is currently in kilograms, and we're working in grams for the other part of the question. So the first step is going to be to convert this into grams. How do we go from kilograms to grams? Well, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So 3 kilograms, we're going to times it by 3, is going to be equal to 3,000 grams. Now, where can we go from there? Well, we can work out the weight of the 4 blocks of wood, which is 650 grams each. We can do 4 times by 650. Couple of different ways to do this, guys. We could just go straight in with the column method if we wanted to. I personally think it's going to be easier to do 4 times 65 and then to just add the 0 on the end. So we're going to do 65 times by 4, and then we're going to add the 0 on. 5 times by 4 is going to give us 20, right in the 0. 6 times by 4 is going to give us 24. Now we can add those together. We're going to get 260. So 65 times by 4 is 260. This means that 650 times by 4 is going to be 2,600, adding a 0 onto the end. Adding a 0 onto the end there. Guys, if you got that, nicely done. Final step, the weight in grams of the other block. What's it going to be? JITL says 400. Bunch of different answers in there, guys. Bunch of different answers. Guys, we're going to do our 3,000 grams. Subtract that 2,600 grams. And we are going to get 400 grams as our answer. 400 grams as our answer. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. 5 seconds to screenshot. And we are going to move on to the next question. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on, question number 9. This one I'm not giving you long for at all. Looking at the chat for the first time in a while. If you're watching over on the channel, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. A in the house. Hello, hello. Hey, Maria, good to have you on. Wonderful, wonderful. One of the OGs. Let's see. Okay. Question number 9. What do we think for this one, guys? Hey, Slicks. Good to have you, mate. Good to have you. I've been very well, thank you. I've been very well. Another one of the OGs. Man like Duncan says 45. Sama says 45. JTL's coming in with the 45. Guys, PQR is a straight line. We're asked to work out the size of angle X. Angle X, what is it? Well, it's this angle here. How can we do this? Well, we know that the angles on a straight line add up to 180. The angles on a straight line, let me write that in quickly. Angles on a straight line add to 180. What that means, guys, is that x plus 100 plus 35 is going to have to be equal to 180. In other words, let me write it out in 2 steps. This now, guys, is an equation which we can rearrange and solve. We can do 100 plus 35, so x plus 135 is going to be equal to 180. Now, guys, we can subtract 135 from both sides. X is going to be equal to 45. For anybody who couldn't do that one, remember to do our subtraction. We can use column subtraction. 0 subtract 5 we can't do, so we cross out the 8, write a 7. Carry the 1. 10 take 5 is 5. 7 take 3 is 4. 1 take 1 is 0, giving us our answer there, guys, of 45. If you got that one, amazing work. Well done, Somi. Well done, Maram. Well done, Slasher. You guys are doing bits. Man like Richard Keatley just got back from the driving range. He was definitely watching McElroy Slay at the weekend. Okay, or not the weekend, but the other day. This one we're going to skip because it doesn't really make sense to do on the live stream. Let's get going with this one, guys. 3 marker. 3 marker. So 3 marks up for grabs in this one. Man like Rehan is going on holiday to the USA. To the USA. Do we have any Americans in the chat? Guys, if you're watching from America, drop a little American flag in the chat. Drop a little... Actually, guys, let's do it for everybody. Let's do it for everybody. So, I'm going to ask everybody now to put the flag of their country or the country they're currently in the chat for me. I want to see kind of, okay, we got a few people from America then. We got a few people from America. But yeah, guys, everybody put the flag of your country, unless you're in the UK. I should have said unless you're in the UK, because I know a lot of people are in the UK. You can actually, no, you can still, UK represent, UK on the map. You can still put it in, guys. You still put it in, actually. Okay, we have people joining from all over the world. From Ireland, quite a few people in Africa, quite a few people in the Middle East. Okay, man like Shanique joining from Jamaica. Awesome. Couple of people in Sudan. Okay, very cool, very cool. We got people from all over the shop, This is awesome, guys. Mamo Goma joining from Gambia. I know we have a lot of people from Africa joining these streams. Okay, guys, should we have a look at question 12? Drop ready in the chat for me when you're ready for this one. Couple of people joining from Belize. Very nice. Okay, definitely the majority UK. Guys, drop ready in the chat when you're ready for this one. H is ready. VO2 says I'm from Antarctica. If you are, that's very, very cool. For some reason, I don't believe you. Guys, let's have a look. Question number 12. Rehan is on holiday in the USA. He has $200 to spend on clothes. Rehan buys 1 pair of trainers costing $60 and 3 t-shirts costing $25 each. He also wants to buy a jacket for $80. Has Rehan got enough money to buy the jacket? You must show how you get your answer. Guys, you can tell whoever wrote this really is not into clothes because, I don't know, are we classing trainers as clothes? I don't think so. This is definitely going to confuse a lot of people because you're thinking, well, does trainers class in that clothes? For the sake of the question, for the sake of the examiners, trainers are classed as clothes. Personally, I'm not putting them in that category. For me, they're shoes, no? I don't think they're clothes, but anyway, for the question, they will be. So, how much money does Rehan spend so far? We have the $60 from the trainers, so the $60 from the trainers plus, and then how much on these t-shirts? We have 3 t-shirts, they're $25 each, so 3 times by 25. 3 times by 25, guys, is going to be 75. If you want, you could do that using column multiplication. You could also do it by saying, okay, 25, 50, 75. So we're going to do our 60 plus our 75. Adding these together, you can use column addition, is going to be 135. So does Rehan have enough money to buy the jacket? Well, if he buys the jacket, it's going to be a total of 135 plus $80 is going to be a total of $215. $215. So does he have enough? No, he doesn't, unfortunately, because that would be $15 more than he has. $15 more than he has. Okay, guys, hopefully that one made sense. That definitely could have tripped people up because, yeah, Trainers are not clothes, man, I'm telling you. Trainers are not clothes, I'm telling you. But anyway, okay. The trainers cost $60. The exchange rate is $1 equals 0.749 pounds. Rehan says the trainers cost less than 40 pounds. Rehan is wrong. Use a suitable approximation to show why. Use a suitable approximation to show why. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one, guys. This is a tricky one. How can we do this? Well, we know that... Actually, let me give you a bit of time to think about this, and then I'm going to go through it. Drop ready in the chat when you're ready. Drop ready in the chat when you're ready, and we will go through it. But I want to give you a bit of time to think about this, because I realize I didn't give you any time at all. Let's have a look. Okay, a couple of people are ready. You missed the joke, bruv. Says hello. Hello, good to have you on. Amir's ready. Okay, quite a few people are ready. A couple of people saying, do you use lower bound? Yeah, kind of related, kind of related. So what's it going to be? Well, we need to find a way to convert this $60 into pounds. And we're going to use an approximation to show that the trainers do not, essentially, cost less than 40 pounds. How can we do this? Well, let's round this amount down. So if we round this number down from 0.749 to 0.7 or 70 pence, what this is going to do is it's going to give us a number of pounds which is less than the actual amount. Because we've rounded that down, we're going to get an underestimate. Let's see what that gives us. So $60, we're going to have to times it by 0.7. So 60 times by 0.7. How do we do this, guys? How do we multiply 60 by 0.7? What we can do is we can do 60 times by 7 and then divide it by 10. So 60 times by 7 and then divide it by 10. 60 times by 7 is going to be 420. Dividing it by 10 is going to be 42. Dividing it by 10 is going to be 42. So what does this mean? Well, we underestimated the amount it was going to cost, and we're saying it's going to cost 42 pounds. So if 42 pounds is an underestimate of how much it's going to cost, is it going to cost more than 40? Definitely, because we know it's more than 42. We know it's more than 42, so it has to be more than 40 as well. Has to be more than 40 as well. Guys, if you got that one, nicely done. Moving on now to our next question. Question number 13. We have a 1 marker and a 2 marker. I'm going to look at the chat for a bit because I've not been looking for a while. Let's see. Guys, when you see me looking down at my phone, it's because I've got the stream in front of me as well. That's how I'm looking at the chat. Okay. Yeah, quite a few people dropped 60 times by 0.749 in the chat. Yeah, so hopefully it makes sense now why we didn't do that. Hopefully it makes sense now why we didn't. Quite a few people dropping answers in the chat. We've got Erin saying 10AB, Ellie 10AB, I'm Priv saying 10AB. Bunch of people saying 10AB. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Anybody on the YouTube? Okay, bunch of different answers. Cool, cool, cool. Let's have a look. Question 13. This one says simplify 2a times by 5b. 2a times by 5b. Guys, what are we going to do? What we're going to do here to simplify this algebraic expression is we're going to multiply our number by our number. So we're going to do 2 times by 5 gives 10. And then with our letters, we can just write them next to each other like this, 10ab. So because they're different letters, we can't combine them together. And writing them next to each other puts kind of an imaginary times between them. So this one, guys, 10ab, we times the number by the number, and then we write those letters next to each other. 13b. This one says simplify 3x plus 2y plus 5x minus y. Guys, drop your answers in the chat for me. Drop your answers in the chat. Let's see what we get for this one. Let's see what we get. Guys, after question 14, we're going to do question 14. Then we're going to have a little bit of a break. We're going to have a little bit of a break. And I'm going to ask you, like I did last time, if you probably do remember, to consider dropping a little review over on my account. So just letting you know in advance, if some of you guys are hungry, if some of you guys are wanting water or food or something, that's going to be the time to go grab it. That's going to be the time to go get it. Quite a few people dropping answers in the chat. We have Alfie saying 8x plus y. We have Elena saying Yeah, plus y. We have Muhammad Ahmad saying 8x plus y. Guys, let's have a look. What's it going to be? Simplifying this one. Eliza saying the same, Maram and SV as well. Simplify 3x plus 2y plus 5x minus y. Guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, we're going to collect our like terms here. We're going to combine our x's with our x's, and we're going to combine our y's with our y's. We're going to do 3x plus 5x is going to be 8x. So we're just going to add the numbers next to the x's. Then we're going to do 2y minus y, 2y minus y. That is effectively going to be 2y minus 1y, giving us 1y as our answer. We don't have to write in the 1. We can just write 8x plus y. Guys, if you got that one really nicely done, we collected our like terms and simplified. Question number 14, work out 23 times by 15. Guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do this. Then we're going to have that few minute break in the middle where I am going to ask you to consider hopping over to the Google reviews and leaving a little one for me. That's the only way I'm going to be able to keep doing these ones for free, guys, is if we can bump up those reviews. Okay, question 14. Question 14. Sana Beauty said, why was it plus and not take away? Yeah, great question, Sana. The reason was because we had a positive 2y and a minus 1y. And when these two combine together, we have the positive 2y, the minus y, they combine together to give positive 1. Quite a few people dropping answers in the chat. We have I'm Priv saying 345, H saying 345, Amy saying 345, Maram over on the channel saying 345. Guys, let's have a look. What's it gonna be? This one says work out 23 times by 15. Two different methods we could use here, really. There are more than that technically, but two main ones. We have the grid method and we have the column method. If we were using the grid method, we would write it out like this: 23, 10, 5, and then do each of our multiplications. But in general, I know more people use the column method, so I'll show it with that way. 23 times by 15, let's do it. 23 times by 15. We're going to start off by doing the 5 times by the 3. That's going to give 15. Then we're going to write in a 0 because the 2 is one column across. And we're going to do 5 times by 2. That's going to give us 10. So we're going to write it in like this. Next up, we're going to write in a 0 because the 1 is a column across. Then we're going to do 1 times by 3. Writing that in, it's going to technically be 30. Final step, now we're going to multiply the 1 by the 2. But because each of them are both one column across, we're going to write in a 0 for each of those. So it's going to be 2 zeros, and then 1 times 2 gives us 2. Now we can add these numbers together, guys. 5 plus a bunch of zeros is going to be 5. 1 plus 3 is going to be 4. And 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. If you got that one, amazing, amazing work. Okay. Guys, we are now gonna have a couple of minute break, and I'm gonna ask you to please consider going over to either it's on the top of my YouTube page or in my TikTok page. The link in my bio is a link which will take you to do the Google review. It takes literally 2 minutes, and it's a little way to say thank you because, well, it's kind of the tit for tat for me doing the streams. I don't get paid anything to do this. I make like 0.5 pence per stream from TikTok, and also YouTube is nothing. So the one thing I ask in return is if you could, the main thing is you bring fantastic energy. That's the main thing. That's the main reason we're doing this. But the other thing is, yeah, if you could leave a Google review, it would help me out loads. So if you go to my TikTok page, so if you leave the stream and go to the TikTok page, there's a link in my bio, which will take you straight to doing the Google review. And if you could do that, it would be absolutely amazing. We're going to get going with the maths again at 38. So you're not going to miss anything. Make sure you're back here for 38. If you want to go get food, go get food. If you want to go get water, go get water. Guys, also, if you want to just go outside, get some fresh air, that's a really, really good thing to do as well. I'm going to have a look at the chat in the meantime. Nice to see a couple of people over on the channel saying that they've given it 5 stars. Thank you very much. We got Risen Self-Improvement in the chat. Come on. Hey, Famalam, good to have you on. Guys, also very exciting, in the works, I'm going to be releasing a new updated Discord server for the My GCSE Maths community in the next few days. Famlam Cuz, I've sent you a message over on the Discord. If you could get back to me, that would be absolutely amazing. Maybe I'm going to be asking for a little bit of help with that. Guys, I didn't run the Discord last year, 2024, but 2023, we had roughly 400 members at the peak in the Discord server. Everybody making it a good revision community, helping each other as we go. Let's see. Okay. Tia says hello. Guys, actually, let me know in the chat as well if you could. Is a Discord something you'd be interested in? Is a Discord something you'd be interested in? Should I make a Discord server? Let's see. Raf says, nah. H says, no thanks. So I haven't seen daylight in 48 hours. I'm locked in, so no fresh air for me. Hey, hopefully you're okay. Hopefully you're okay. That sounds dangerous. Okay, quite a few people saying yes to the Discord server. Bossman says yes. Mohammed Ahmad says yes. Space says yes. Okay. Guys, I think we're going to do that. Hey man, I've been speaking so quickly, I'm realizing. I get so hyped up during these streams, you know? I'm speaking so quickly, going through the questions. Guys, also, let me know in the chat if you could, if you have left a Google review. Let me know if you have left a Google review. Elisa Bashir said, how do you do the review again? If you've already left one, actually, you can't leave another one. I wish you could. I wish it was possible. But thank you anyway, Elisa, because I know you must have done one in that case. You can technically if you have multiple Google accounts, but that's unofficial. That's unofficial. Helen Safi said, yeah. Okay, quite a few people have. Quite a few people have. Oh, guys, that's awesome. That's awesome. I won't check right now. I won't check right now because I don't want to mess up the stream. But yeah, that's wicked if you have. That's wicked if you have. That's amazing. Hopefully I'll finish the stream and I'll see like, you know, I don't know, 20 reviews or something would be amazing. That would be amazing. And hopefully I don't sound like a broken record asking for these reviews as well. Hopefully it's not too annoying. Only takes a couple of moments. So yeah. Guys, I don't know if you can tell I'm a little bit tired as well. I'm speaking a bit funnily. Sona says, love your energy. Hey, thank you very much. Man like Natalie says, broski, next question. Yes, ma'am. Guys, it's time to get cooking again because it is 38. Hopefully you had a nice little break, got some water, got some food maybe, got a drink, maybe a banana or an apple or a protein bar or something good or a Twix or a Kit Kat or a double decker, whatever picks your fancy, you know. Hey, thank you, Nick. Thank you. What's the snack of choice in the chat as well, guys? What's the snack of choice in the chat? Talk to me, and do the question. Obviously, that's the main priority. But I'm curious. What's the snack of choice? Seth Williams says, are you on YouTube? Absolutely, guys. Every live is posted straight to the YouTube channel. If you want to see the recording, that's the place to see it, the YouTube channel. So far, I've just been uploading them under the live tab, but I'm going to start uploading the full versions starting from today under the main videos section. So you guys, if you head to the channel afterwards, you'll see the recording. Sona says Snickers is the go-to. Josh says Mars. Guys, I can't lie, Mars might be the most overrated one. I'm sorry, Josh, but I'm not in agreement with the Mars. Ginge says Golden Whisper. I've never had the honor of trying one, to be honest. It's going to be unpopular, guys, but I'm actually a bounty man. I'm a bounty man. I love a bounty. If it's a hot summer's day or so, okay, maybe not too hot, but if it's a summer's day and I can whip out a nice little bit of coconut bounty, that's going to be me happy, let me tell you. Guys, question 15, drop ready in the chat when you're ready. I wanted to give you guys a bit of time for this so you can work it out properly, and then we'll figure it out as we go. These ones are pretty tricky. Lily Rose says bounty is crazy. Yeah, bounty's the go-to. Bounty's the go-to. Eternal Tiger says bounty is fire. Come on. It's bounty or Snickers? Bounty or Snickers? SV said math is the best snack. I don't think that's going to be the most popular comment. Guys, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. My laptop's also running a bit low on charge, so we're going to have to switch mics. That's fine. Okay. Question 15. Question 15. This one says that 150 people were at a hockey match. Each person was asked if they wanted to stand or to sit to watch the match. We need to use the information above to fill in the frequency tree. Let's get it done. So we can see that there's 120 total people to start off with. So that's pretty handy that they've put that in for us. We're told that 75 of the people were female. So we can go ahead and we can write that in straight away. So 75 females. We can use that now to work out the number of males. If there's 120 people in total, the number of males is going to be the difference between the number of females and males. Assuming you can only have males and females, of course. So that's going to be 45, the difference there. So difference between let me write it in here actually. So 120 minus 75 is going to be 45. So that's how we get those 45 males. Next up, we're told that 29 of the males wanted to stand. So 29 of the males wanted to stand. Now we can work out the number of males who wanted to sit. How can we do that? Well, it's going to be the difference between the males who want to stand and the total number of males. We can do 45, subtract 29. 45 subtract 29, guys, is going to be 16. So we're going to have 16 males sitting. Now, 30 of the people want to sit. We know that 16 males want to sit. So how many females does that leave who want to sit? Well, we can do the 30 total people who want to sit minus the 16 of them who are males. 30 takes 16 is going to be 14. Next up, we can work out the number of females who want to stand. It's going to be the total number of females, 75, minus the number who want to sit. So we can do 75, take 14. Guys, that's going to be 61, giving us 61 females who want to stand. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. Definitely not the easiest question. Hopefully it made sense the way we went through it. 5 seconds to screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to move on to our okay, part B, didn't see that one. I'm just going to go through this one because it's a bit awkward having it on 2 pages. One of the 120 people is chosen at random. Work out the probability that this is a male who wants to stand. Guys, how do we work out the probability? We're going to do the number of ways that this can happen out of the total number of things that can happen. So what's the number of ways that we can choose a male who wants to stand? Well, how many males do we have who want to stand? We have 29. So it's going to be 29 out of the 120 people that we're choosing from. 29 out of the 120 people that we're choosing from. Guys, moving on. Nicely done, Ellie. Guys, we're going to skip this one. Are we? 30. Okay, guys, chat, talk to me. Skip or do it? Guys, skip or do it? I'm going to go with the majority. We have 180 of us on the TikTok. We have 30 of us on the channel. Guys, nice to see the channel growing. Nice to see the channel growing. Should we skip it or should we do it? We're going to go with the majority. We're going to go with the majority. Okay. I'm seeing the majority is saying do it. Okay. Yep. Guys, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Next question. I'm going to ask you to say either give time or just do it. Give time, which means give you guys time to read it and process it and give it a go yourself, or just do it. Again, I'm going to go with the majority. Give time or just do it. Talk to me, chat. What should we go with? Harrison says do it. Alexia, just do it. Ampriv says just do it. Alexia, just do it. Ellie says give time. Okay, most people saying just do it. Okay. Guys, I'm going to give 15 seconds. Actually, I'm going to give 30 seconds. 30 seconds because I need to plug my laptop in. The audio quality is probably going to drop a little bit because I need to free up a port to use. So guys, give me 30 seconds and I'm going to go through it. Just need to set this thing up to charge. Properties. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Let me know. I'm just switching the mic out. Before I had a little clip on one, but I need to free up the space. Okay, you can hear me, beautiful. Now I'm just gonna roll around the back, get my laptop charger. Hopefully you guys can still hear me smoothly. Oh, hopefully I don't knock anything over as well. Okay, moving this around. Oh, there we go, coming around. Beautiful. Okay, we're on charge. We're not running out today. Okay, guys, let's go through it. I kept you guys waiting there. Sorry about that. Okay, the question says, question number 16. Steve drove from his home to his friend's house. He stayed at his friend's house and then drove home. Here is Steve's travel graph. For how many minutes did Steve stay at his friend's house? We've got quite a lot of people in the chat saying 45 minutes. Let's have a look. How are we going to do this? Well, we can see that initially Steve starts at his home, 0 kilometers from his home. Then the distance from home increases. So this is going to be him driving out to his friend's house, which is 25 kilometers away. Then we can see that he stays stationary. So this is going to be the time that he's at his friend's house. So at friend house. And then he drives home. So the question is basically how many minutes did he stay at his friend's house? We can work out when he arrives at his friend's house. It's down here. So it's going to be 12:45, halfway between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. What time did he leave his friend's house? We can see it's here, 13:30. Guys, how many minutes between 12:45 and 13:30? This is 45 minutes. 15 minutes to get us up to 1 o'clock. Then another 30 minutes to get us up to 1:30. So this is going to be 45 minutes. Guys, if you got that one, wonderful job. Next up, Seth, thank you, says we can hear. Beautiful. Next up, part B. It says, what was Steve's average speed on his way home? So this one's going to be pretty tricky. How do we work this out? Well, we know, or maybe we know, a formula. Speed equals distance divided by time. Or a handy triangle, which looks kind of similar, but looks like this. So speed, distance, and time. If we have the distance and the time, then we can work out the speed. What's the time? Well, it takes from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. So the time is going to be half an hour. So the time is half an hour. And what's the distance? Well, it goes from 25 kilometers away from home to 0 kilometers away from home. So it's going to be 25 kilometers. So now we can do speed equals distance divided by time. So we can do 25 divided by 1/2. 25 divided by 1/2. Now, guys, there's different ways to do this, different ways to think about this. What I would do, probably the easiest way for most people, is going to be to think of this as 25 over 1 divided by 1 over 2. How do we divide one fraction by another? We use keep, flip, change, or copy, swap, flip. So we keep the first one, we swap the divide for times, and we change the last one. We can do 25 times 2 is 50 over 1, and 50 divided by 1 is just 50, giving us our answer to that one. Our answer to that one. Guys, amazing job if you got that. Moving on, actually no, 5 seconds to screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna move on to question number, I should say, 17. Good little question here, I'd say. This is a good little question. Somi, good work. Guys, can you let me know as well, please? Did the audio quality change? Did the audio quality change when I switched the mic out? If you were listening before and after. My guess is it probably changed a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully not too much. Lily Rose says it's better. Hey? Erin says didn't change. Sim said didn't change. Oh, guys, what a waste of money that was then. What a waste of money that was. I'm only joking. No, it's definitely better. It's definitely it's definitely better. A lot of people saying didn't change. Okay, Izzy says no. Rodrigo giving an answer for this one. 18, we have some mixed opinions. Somi said not really. SV says no. Okay. Good to know. Guys, please don't spam the chat. Put your answer in the chat once, maybe twice, but please don't spam it, otherwise you'll get muted. Question 17, guys. Drop ready in the chat when you're ready, and we're going to go through this one. Idris Ralph said, do you do AQA revision live streams? I actually don't. I used to. The reason I don't anymore is because they're a little bit, stingy when it comes to the copyright stuff, and I don't want to risk, obviously, getting any, blocks on the channel. So yeah, that's why I'm not doing them. And also because more people do Edexcel. I will say though, it's still super beneficial doing an Edexcel paper. They're like 95% similar. 95% similar. Okay, guys, let's do this one. Joe in the chat, Miri in the chat, Skeleton in the chat. Let's have a look. Question number 17. In this one, we're told that x minus 1 is equal to 2, and we're asked to work out the value of 2x squared. X minus 1 is equal to 2, work out the value of 2x squared. So how do we find 2x squared? Well, we're going to need to have x. So we need x. How can we work it out? Well, we can use this equation at the top. If x minus 1 is equal to 2, we can add 1 to both sides. We're going to get x is equal to 3. Now that we have x equals 3, we can substitute this into our expression. So we can say 2x squared when x is equal to 3 is going to be 2 times by 3 squared. We're going to do the 3 squared first. So we have 2 times by 3 squared is 9. 2 times by 9, what's that going to be, guys? It's going to be 18, giving us our answer to question number 17. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. Man like Skeleton says, Bidmas, come on. Exactly. PZ says 18. TTTTTT, good to have you on. Man like Bossman in there with the 18. Come on, come on. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, guys, moving on now. Question number 18. Ooh, shall we do this one? 4 marks. Guys, chat, vote for me. We're either going to go for a do it or skip it, depending on if you want me to do this one. Let me know, guys. Should we do this one or should we skip it? Because I know a lot of people are not going to take it seriously. So either in the chat for me, do it or skip it. Most people saying do it. Erin says do it. H says do it. Okay, most people saying do it for this one. Okay, yep. Guys, hear you loud and clear, We're going to do this one. Hey, man like Yorkshire Dad in the chat. Guys, I'm going to give people a minute or so to read this, to go through it, to have a look, to try and figure it out. Then I'm going to go through it. In the meantime, if we have any regulars in the chat, please can you let me know with a lightning bolt? Guys, if there are any regulars in the chat, please let me know with a lightning bolt. You guys know if you're a regular, that the lightning bolt, the thunder emoji, is the My GCSE Maths emoji. So if you hit the chat, you know, if you can do that emoji search, if you type in thunder, the lightning bolt emoji should come up. Guys, let me know in the chat if we've got any of the regulars on. Izzy, come on, very nice. It's quite hard to find that little lightning bolt emoji, so I see. Steven's here, nice Steven. Rodrigo says, what do you mean by regular? I just mean people who are coming into a lot of the streams. Julia's in here, nice to see you. Rodrigo here, Flunk Bruder's in here, come on. Nice to see the electricity spreading through the chat. Come on. Okay, Oswari's here, Will's here, nice. We're getting a bunch of regulars already. M's here. H says I'm lying. Daph says I'm new here. Hey, welcome to the community, my friend. Okay, Natalie says our teachers brought their grades for real. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually making a difference. Hey, that's good. Hey, Skeleton says I'm new. Hey, welcome to all the newcomers. Ray says I'm new also. Awesome, guys. Welcome to the community. Okay, next one, guys. Drop ready in the chat for me when you're ready. And we're going to go through this one. This is probably going to be our second to last question of the day. Drop ready in the chat when you're ready. And we're going to go through it. Hey, that's good to hear. AJ, welcome. Julia says ready. Bossman says ready. Natalie says ready as always, ready and waiting. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look then. Pretty tricky question here. 4 marks. Let's have a look. This one says the pie chart shows information about the favorite animal of each student at school A. We have school A and we have school B. We're told that there are 480 students at school A. There are 760 students at school B. Henry says the same number of students at each school have tigers as their favorite animal. Is Henry correct? Probably we're going to do this one in 2 stages, guys, just to let more people process it, just so I don't rush the whole thing, so people can actually find this beneficial. So yeah, let's have a look. Henry says, yeah, oh, sorry, I already read it. Is Henry correct? You must show how you get your answer. So basically, guys, we're going to work out the number of people who said tigers in school A and the number of people who said tigers in school B. How do we do this? Well, when we want to work out the number of people from a pie chart, what we need to do is we need to do the angle divided by 360 times by the total number of people. Let me say that again. The angle representing out of 360 or over 360 times by the number of people. We can see though that we don't actually have the value of x, the angle for tigers for school A yet. So we're going to work that out to start off with. What do we know about all of the angles around a point, guys? We know that the angles around a point add to 360. What does that mean? It means that x plus 60. Oh, I know I shouldn't have written it there. Let me write it down at the bottom. So x plus 60 is equal to 360. This is an equation which we can solve for x. X plus x is 2x. So 2x plus 60 equals 360. We can minus 60 from both sides. So 2x equals 300. Now we can divide both sides by 2. We're going to get 150. So x is going to be equal to 150 degrees. So the number of tigers from school A then. The number of tigers from school A, we're going to do 150 out of 360 times by the total number of students in school A, 480. Now, what about the equivalent thing for school B? Well, in school B, we have a right angle for tigers. We have 90 out of 360 times by 760. So 90 out of 360 times by 760. Guys, I'm going to give you a couple of moments to think about how we could work these out, and then I'm going to go through them. Hopefully it makes sense so far. I'm going to be answering questions in the chat now for the first little bit, and then we'll go through it. Nicely done, Skeleton says 90 over 360 times 760. But guys, how do we calculate these in a non-calculator paper? Because these are pretty tricky, eh? Pretty tricky. How do we calculate these? Well, the first hint that I'll give you is it might be nice to divide the top and bottom of each of the fractions by 10. That might help us to start off with. So we have 15 over 36 times by 480. Let me just move this up to give you a little bit more room to think about this. So we can basically simplify those fractions by dividing the top and bottom both by 10. What can we do now? Well, we can simplify them a bit further. Let's simplify this top fraction by dividing the top and bottom now both by 3, because 15 and 36 have a common factor of 3. So we can write this as 5 over 12 times by 480. 5 over 12 times by 480. Now this one's going to be a little bit nicer to work out. What about 9 over 36? We can simplify that one, dividing top and bottom both by 9. We're going to get 1 over 4 times 760. So now, and let me just make this a bit clearer. So that simplifies down. So the things that we actually want to calculate are this one and this one. Now where can we go from there, guys? Well, 1/4 of 760. When we multiply a number by a fraction, we divide by the bottom and we times by the top. When we times a number by a fraction, we divide by the bottom and times by the top. So we're going to do 760 divided by 4. 4's into 7 is going to go in once, remainder 3. 4's into 36 is going to go in 9 times. 4's into 0 is going to go in 0 times. So it's 190. So in school B, it's 190 people who say tigers. Now, what about school A? Like I say, we're going to divide by the number on the bottom and then times by the number on the top. So we're going to start off by doing 480 divided by 12. Then we're going to times that by 5. 12's into 4 goes in 0 times. Carry the 4. Oh, my alarm's going. 12's into 48 goes 4 times. Remainder 0. So write in the 0. So 480 divided by 12 is going to be 40. Next up, we're going to times by the top. So we're going to do our 40 times by 5. We're going to get 200, giving us our answer. So in school A, 200 people said tigers. In school B, only 190 people said tigers. Let's look at the question. Man like Henry said, the same number of students at each school have tigers as their favorite animal. We can see, is Henry correct? No, unfortunately, our guy is not correct. And the reason there, guys, is because one was 200 and one was 190. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. Talk to me in the chat. Did anybody not get that one but understand it now? Guys, if anybody did, let me know in the chat. These are my favorite comments, guys. The reason we're doing these streams is so that we can make progress. I'm not actually interested in people getting all of them right. What we're interested in is taking things from not being understood to being understood. So guys, let me know in the chat if you understand that now. Erin said I didn't get it, but I do now. Beautiful. Julia says me. A couple of other people saying me. Hey guys, well done. That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. GH says get that. Okay, cool. Guys, we're going to go through one more question, then we're going to call it a day. We're going to go through one more question, then we're going to call it a day. Let's make it this one. Question number 19 is our final question. And then guys, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to ask again, just as a reminder for anybody who didn't do it, if you guys could leave a Google review, I would really appreciate it. It's the only way, like I said earlier, that I'm going to be able to keep the streams free, to keep this session free. So yeah, if you could, that would be absolutely amazing. The link is in my bio on TikTok. It's also at the top of my channel page over on YouTube. For anybody wondering, over on the TikTok, all of the live streams are recorded and uploaded straight to the YouTube channel, so you can see them over there. There's normally a couple of hour delay, but it will be up there this evening. Pineapple Fish says, Google review where? Yeah, so if you go to my TikTok page, you can see in my bio, there's a little link. That link will take you straight directly to do the review. If you could, that would be amazing. AJ says, I'll leave the review after the stream. Come on. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. I might see if there's a way for me to check live. Let me see. Let me see if I can see live. I'm going to give you another 15 seconds or so to go through this one. And then I'm going to go through it, guys. Another 15 seconds or so. Ah, okay, I can see. Oh, that's lit. Okay, nice. So we've had 14 more during the session. Hey, amazing. Oh, that's wicked. And I just see that my light just went out. Okay, now I'm going to have to turn that back on. Okay, that's cool. Back on, we're back on. Okay. Guys, should we go through this one? Let's go through it, and then we're going to chill at the end of the session. I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A. I'm going to ask you guys what content you want me to make. And of course, we're going to do our regular party, guys. Question 19, our final question of the day. Let's see. Question 19, here is a number line. We're asked to write down the inequality shown on the number line. How do we know what to do here? What's an inequality, guys? Well, our inequalities are our less than or equal to signs, or greater than or equal to. What does this line mean? Well, the line means that x is between -3, where this circle is, and 1, where this circle is. This one, by the way, guys, is super likely to come up for AQ8 and EdXL. Now we need to know what the signs look like. So do they look like this, or do they look like this? The key here, guys, is that when we have a filled in circle, we put the line under the inequality. And when we don't have a filled in circle, we don't put the line under the inequality. We can think of this like when we have more ink on the page. So like with the filled in line, we have more ink on the page. It goes with having more ink on the page down here. That's a nice way to remember it. So filled in means we have the extra line. We have more ink on the page when we fill it in. We have more ink on the page with this type of inequality. Over here, we see that we don't have it filled in, so we don't have that line underneath it. Guys, if you got that one, absolutely wonderful job. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more question. Question 20. Shall I just do this one? 3 marks, or do you want a bit of time? Guys, let me know in the chat. Either go with just do it or more time. Question number 20. Shall we just do it, or do you want a little bit more time? Okay, back says just do it. Dwayne, just do it. Okay, you guys are tired. Okay, I'll just do it. Let's have a look. Question number 20. It says find the lowest common multiple of 108 and 120. How are we going to do this? A couple of different ways to do this. One way to do it is to literally write out all of the multiples. So 120, 240, 360, 480, etc. 108, 216, oh, not 211, 216, and then 324, etc. But this, in this situation, is going to take too long, right? It's going to take too long. So we have another method. By the way, this method absolutely works. So if you want to use that method, if you prefer it, you can absolutely use that method. But I'm going to go through the other method just because it's kind of trickier actually. But a lot of people like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a prime factorization of 108 and 120. What that means is we're going to break it down into smaller and smaller factors until all that we're left with is prime numbers. So you can see me doing this now. If you're not sure how I've done this so far, make sure to watch a video on it. You could watch mine. First Class Maths also has really good videos, so you could watch those ones as well. Prime factorization there. With the 120, we can do 12 and 10, neither are prime. 5 and 2, circle them both because they're prime. 6 and 2, and then 3 and 2. Okay? So now we've done our prime factorization. We've written 120 as that factor tree, and we've done the same with the 108. I know I did that super quick. Hopefully it made sense for you. This is a non-calculated paper, guys. Where do we go from here? Well, we're going to use the Venn diagram method. So we're now going to draw a Venn diagram. We're going to draw a Venn diagram. We're going to do the number on, or the one on the left as our 108, and the one on the right as our 120. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write each of our prime factors inside the Venn diagram. So the factors which are in both, we're going to write in the middle. And we're going to count each factor as many times as it comes up. So for example, 108 both have a factor of 2, so we can write a 2 in the middle. They both have a factor of another 2, so we can write another 2 in the middle. Are there any more 2s? No, no more 2s in both of them. They both have a factor of 3, so we can write 3 in the middle. So we have a 2, and a 3 in the middle. What factors do we have left over for only the 108? We have a 3 and a 3. What factors do we have left over for the 120? We have a 5 and we have a 2. Now, how do we find our lowest common multiple, guys? We're going to multiply together all of the numbers inside the Venn diagram. So we're going to do 3 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Was that everything? 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 5. Yep, let's go. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 5 times 2 is 10. And 2 times 2 is 4. Now we can multiply these together. Let's do 27 times 10 is 270. So we have 270 times 4. 270 times 4, guys, is 1080. You're probably not going to do that in your head. You can use the column method. No need to do it in your head. Okay, guys, that is the method. That is our method. If you got that one, absolutely amazing work. A tricky question there. Let's see, guys. Please don't spam the chat, otherwise you will get muted. Amazing work. Okay, to anybody, actually, let's see if you guys know yet. Guys, what do we do at the end of every session? Guys, what do we do at the end of every session? Do we know yet? Easy, Ryan. No need for that. Do we know, or do I just look silly? Jake says, what's the answer? Oh, the answer for this one was 1080. Oh, I don't want to draw over it. It was 1080. Let's see. Do we know, chat, what we do at the end of every session? Mariam says, Ma'am, Ufa. Not sure what that means. Yorkshire Dad's in there. Yep, set the pace with the party. Guys, absolutely. At the end of every session, we throw a little bit of a party. What does that mean? It means that we're going to spam the chat full of as many good vibe emojis as we can. We want disco emojis, dancer emojis, party emojis. My personal favorite, the electricity lightning bolt emojis. Guys, let's spam the chat full of as many emojis as we can. Ryan says, can I send the universe? Be my guest. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Helen Safi's dancing, Gusty's partying, Viz has got them donuts out, man like Veretta's got the light bulb, thinking hard, Rubes is partying over on the YouTube, we have Yorkshire Dad partying, good to see my friend, good to see. Brad's doing a little clean and squat, Lily Press is dancing, got that disco emoji out, AJ in there with the lightning bolt. Guys, if you're new today, welcome to the community. Good to have you on. Good to have you on. Hey, Ryan, if you want to do that, be my guest. Be my guest. Gusty's in there partying. Smile to Life is partying. Guys, this is sick. This is sick. Okay, amazing session tonight. Well done. The second part of the party. The second part of the party, what is it? Guys, how often do you take a moment to appreciate yourself and the work that you're putting in the build-up to exams? GCSEs is not easy. As someone who has gone through the entire journey, GCSEs, A-levels, uni, all of that stuff. Guys, GCSEs is tough, man. You've got like 11 subjects, 10 subjects, 12 some of you, whatever. You've got like 30 exams. Guys, it's difficult, but you're in here putting in the work. So this is an important part, a very important part of getting the most you can out of the session. Guys, I would like you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, I'm gonna do it. Look like an absolute fool. I would like you to close your eyes and give yourself a little pat on the back. And with that, you'll probably smile. You'll probably smile. So much the better if you do. So much the better if you do. Guys, believe it or not, this stuff actually helps you learn. It's not the reason we do it. The reason is because, guys, it's important. It's important. Probably for most of you who are here on the regular, the last time you did it was at the end of our stream last week, right? You know, you're probably in, 16, 17. We've got some mature learners. Some of you guys are in your 40s, 50s. Not many, but pretty much everybody's 16. Don't get me wrong. But, a couple of people who are resitting exams. It's important. We have a culture where nobody does this stuff. Nobody takes a moment to actually sit back and be like, actually, you know what? I just did a past paper. Go me, let's say. So yeah, Yorkshire Dad says, tap yourself on the back. Yeah, I will do, man. I will do. So yeah, amazing work, amazing work. Gusty says, I smiled. Awesome. Sana says, I'm 21. Welcome, Sana. Good to have you. Gusty says, I smiled. Okay. H says, never, for real. Yeah, most people have never done it. Most people never do it. Hey, V3, you're very welcome. VO2, you're very welcome, my friend. Good to have you on. Okay, guys, I'm going to sound like a broken record now. Most people are going to be leaving now. That's cool. Well done for today. Well done for today. If you want to go, chill, play FIFA, do whatever you do, have some food. Maybe some of you got dinner on the table. Then go do that. But yeah, I'm going to be around for a few minutes. I'm going to ask to anybody who hasn't done the Google review yet, if you could do it, that would be absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm going to open it up and see if I can actually see live. I can see that we're on 103 reviews now, which is awesome. 107 reviews. Guys, I think I'm going to be able to see. Thank you very much to Bopello Sabaco. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Vanch. Thank you, Idrias Ralph. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Nasir. Hey, guys, thank you. I appreciate this very much. Charlie Admonson. Daniel Mack. Oh, this is sick, man. You put the little screenshots in there. That's so cool, eh? Sana, thank you very much. Ahmed, thank you. Nicole, thank you. Hey guys, this is wicked. Bopolo, thank you. Richie Keeley says, I'll print it off and do it on my own tomorrow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Helen Safi, you're very welcome. Thank you. Aaron said, inshallah, you pass. Yep, good luck to everybody. T said, I left a Google review right now. Hey, thank you. Lily Rose says, I'm going to do it now. Thank you. Man like Soft King said, see you, Diva. I'll do the review now. Diva? I don't know about that one. F1 guy said, no, I just joined. Hey, no worries, man. The recording's going to go up on the channel tonight. The recording's going to go up on the channel. Yeah, you can watch it back over there. You can watch it back over there. I've not been uploading the recent ones. I've just had them going up under the live tab, but I'll start doing it now. A couple of people asking how often we go live. Lives, guys, at least every Tuesday, 6 till 7. I'm considering upping it a little bit, but kind of plan will be confirmed, then I'll drop a post to let you guys know. Okay, I'm going to call it a day now, guys. So I'm going to say hasta la vista, arrivederci. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Give yourself one final pat on the back. I think there's a bit of a delay on the Bit of a delay on the chat. Actually, guys, before I go, I'm going to try and figure out live how to fix the stream delay on the YouTube, because I think there is a bit of a delay. So, guys, if you do want to say adios, I'm now going to be like not focusing on the chat and stuff. So now might be a good time to say bye. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Smile to Life. Nice name. But I just want to try and figure out if I can fix this latency issue, which just means there's a bit of a delay. So like the chat hears what I say like 30 seconds after I say it, just makes it a bit harder to speak to people. So I want to try and fix that. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. Don't know where I would do it without crashing stuff. Appearance, embedding stream, reply commands, bot, analytics, Discord, filtering about. Maybe I'll go to analytics, see if that does anything. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm just gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix this another time. Okay, guys, I'm gonna say final goodbyes now. Absolutely amazing job this evening. To anybody still here, Ellie, you're very welcome. Ray, you're very welcome. Thank you. AJ, thank you very much. Lily Rose says, I'm praying I don't have to retake. Yeah, a lot of people are in that boat. Over on the YouTube, Keeper of Peace. SMC says, thanks, bye. Richard Keeley says, I'll print off, do it tomorrow. Awesome. Okay, guys, people who are watching on the YouTube, I'm going to do some work to figure out how I can get rid of this little delay which is happening. Hasandara says, thanks a lot, helpful. Ghostlight says, thank you, man. Hey, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Thank you, VO2. Thank you, Yorkshire Dad. Actually, guys, I'm going to run a little test. I'm going to keep waffling. So, to test how long the delay is between you guys putting comments on the YouTube and me seeing them, I'm going to clap. Okay, I'm going to clap. And I'm going to ask you to put in the chat, I'm going to ask you to write clap and put just put that in the chat when you hear the clap. Actually, the same on TikTok as well, guys. This is a little test. So when I clap, you're going to hear it clearly. And I would like you to put in the chat, clap, as soon as you hear it, okay? So 3, 2, 1. And I would like you to put in the chat when you hear that clap. Okay, it's not too bad on the TikTok. Yeah, it's pretty instant. Let's see on the YouTube. I should be timing this or something, maybe. So I've still not heard it on the YouTube. Ah, okay. Now they heard it. Okay. So that was probably about 30 seconds. Hey, it's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. Ghostlight, thank you very much. VO2, thank you. Yorkshire Dad, thank you. Somi, thank you. Terrachad, thank you, guys. That's super helpful doing that for me. That's super helpful. So I'm going to find out how to make that better. So there'll be something in settings, I think. Yeah, guys, I'm going to do some research. I'll sort it at a different time. Okay, guys, I'm going to say adios. Thank you very much for this evening. Live Thursday, 6 till 7 for hire. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Tuesday for our next foundation session. Absolutely amazing work. Arrivederci. Hasta luego. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Guys, see you in the next